Yet another of the kyrians.
Welcome to Neutral Gaming. Today's M+ episode showcases a Guardian Druid POV. The dungeon we are running is a +17 Necrotic Wake. This dungeon is all about having a kyrian and using the items correctly. The group's gear is almost irrelevant due to the main damage coming from collectables in the dungeon. The way to the first boss is pretty straightforward. It consists of 2 pulls in which you want to make sure to kick as many casts as possible. Especially drain fluids, since it will keep one of your party members stunned. After you finished of the first 2 pulls, the kyrian in the group activates the goliath to trigger the orbs. Now you want to start the boss fight. The orbs that you have collected from the Goliath will make damage to every enemy in melee range. It will also heal every ally in melee range. Therefore, you want to all stand close to the boss. You will see massive heal and DPS numbers from everybody in the group. As long as you have the 1-minute long buff from the orbs, you want to make sure to pull all small patrols into the boss fight. This will save tons of time. They basically die without actively damaging them. Once you defeated Blightbone, you have 1 trash pack left on the patio. This frees the way to the stairs that lead to the upper areas of the dungeon. Another Goliath awaits you on your left. Open it right away before the little kyrian helper disappears. With the orb buff you can pull the first Tormentor. If you feel confident, you can also pull some more trash. As you will see, this does not work if kicks are not executed properly. But even with the wipe, you are way ahead of time using this route. After killing the Tormentor, you don't want to forget the orb on the left. Now you can skip ahead and cross the bridge. Behind the bridge another Goliath awaits you with orbs. The presented strategy clears the way but saves the anima cells for later. First you kill the second Tormentor. After doing so, you grab your anima cells to make a huge pull that clears the rest of the way to the second boss. Killing the third Tormentor is your last duty before tackling Amarth. On Amarth you want to use your bloodlust and most likely one of the spears you collected in the dungeon. This will entirely depend on the DPS of your group. Some groups also use one orb here to kill the second wave of adds. The fight is centered around killing Amarth's adds. If you don't kill them fast enough, he will wipe your group. Other than that, it's just some kicking and dodging. Defeating Amarth frees the way to the citadel. Here you will find the last Tormentor. There are many different pulls you can make. You want to pull as big as you can survive and then use the orb to produce some massive AoE damage. Numbers far beyond 100,000 are possible. This is also the reason why the dungeon is one of the easiest dungeons out there. The trash simply melts. We basically cleared the entire room with 2 pulls. If you do it group by group you can easily spend 10 minutes here. On Surgeon Stichflesh you want to make sure to one-phase him. This can be done by using your remaining spears. Before being able to damage Stichflesh himself you need to hit him with the hook of the abomination. This will pull him down and make him targetable. Now you can easily throw your spears. If you throw it through the abomination it will also die, which makes your life a bit easier. The tank should never forget to taunt after the spear throw since it produces a huge amount of aggro. final boss of the dungeon is Nalthor. This fight you ideally want to have one spear and a couple hammers left. The spear can be used on pull to make damage and also to apply a debuff on him. Using Bloodlust in addition helps melting the boss quite fast whenever one person gets frosted. The healer wants to wait with the dispel until nobody is close to that ally. Otherwise he will also get frosted. Since the boss will cast Comet Storm where you want to run, you don't want to be frosted at the same time. Comet Storm itself will simply shot ice bolts from the air, always targeting your position. If you simply run in circles you won't get hit. The last mechanic in the fight sends one player to a different platform. This player has to run to the end of the aisle and kill the enemy to get back to your team. That's about it, my friends. I hope you had fun with this 9.1 Tormentor route of Necrotic Wake. Its layout is done to time any key height since you rely on the item damage. Let me know what you think about the content and editing. Also like, subscribe and all that stuff. We all need some support from time to time. See you next time.